Hey, good morning everybody. It's Dave here, Holiday for Two. Hope you're having a good day and I hope you have a good week. Well, today's video is titled Camping, Saving Time and Money on Your Next RV Vacation. So if you're one of those who likes to travel, and I'm going to focus on campground camping for this video. I've done a lot of other videos on boondocking, but I'm going to show you today some tips that we've learned over the years on how to save money and time planning your next RV vacation. So let's dive into it in just a minute. If you like this kind of video, please hit the like button, give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe and ring that little bell on the side so you'll be notified when I put out more videos like this in the future. So let's get into it. Saving time and money on your next RV vacation. Here we go.
So someday when my ship comes in, I know just what we'll do. We'll pack our bags and quit our jobs and have a holiday for two. We'll pack our bags and quit our jobs and have a holiday for two.
Hey, welcome back everybody. Nothing like a good cup of coffee in the morning, whether you're camping at home or whatever, right? I just love my coffee. So, who doesn't want to save time and money? You want to get out and you want to travel anywhere, somewhere, but you don't want to break the bank. Boondocking may not quite be your cup of tea. You like campgrounds. You like to go to a place where you have a place to stay, you like to have the table, you like the plug-ins, you like that. That's the kind of camping you like to do, and that's fine. There's nothing wrong with that, because boondocking is a lot different. I did a video a few weeks ago on the dangers of boondocking, and there are some dangers in boondocking. It's a little safer when you're in a campground and you're close to town, you have a ranger or a camp host, somebody that you can get into contact with if you have a breakdown. I mean, all kinds of things, right? So camping is your cup of tea. One of the advantages of camping is you have a spot to stay. One of the disadvantages is you have to pay for fees to stay there. Boondocking, you can stay for free somewhere, but there's a lot more risk involved. There are some campgrounds that are expensive. Let's be honest. The last year, I've done some videos on places where we stayed in some campgrounds that were reasonable, and then we stayed in places that were just way out of what might be reasonable to stay in. For some people, $50 a night might seem reasonable, but for other people, $50 a night might seem a little high. So let's get to the tips. I've listed 8 tips, and I'm going to go through them step by step so that you can go back and watch this video later on. These are tips for people who want to save time and money planning a trip in their RVs. On a little side note, I've been reading that camping and vacationing is good for your health. The article that I was reading stated that traveling, camping, traveling, those kind of things can help you live longer. Wow, that is so cool. And I guess I like to travel a lot, so I should live to be 100. Planning your trip. Here is your first step. None of these are in order of importance, but I'm going to start with the first one. This one really should come first. So tip number 1, plan your destination ahead of time. Where do you want to go? How far do you need to go to get there? How much time do you have to spend on your trip? Are you one of those that has a week for your vacation? Maybe 2 weeks, maybe a month? And all of that is part of the planning that's going to save money down the road. When you sit down with a notepad and you say, where do we want to go for our vacation? How much time do I have to get there? How much time do I have to spend on this trip? That's the first part of saving your time and money. Sit down with a notepad and write those things down. Number 2, keep your expectations realistic. Let's say somebody says, well, I want to take a vacation to Alaska this summer, but you only have 2 weeks for your vacation, and you live in Atlanta, Georgia. Well, that might not be a realistic expectation. If you lived in Spokane, Washington, it might be, but getting to Alaska takes time. A realistic expectation is if you have a month vacation, you might be able to get to Alaska and enjoy it and get back home and in a month. That's realistic. Okay, so keep your destination and your time and everything, keep it all realistic. Step number 3 is you want to start making reservations 6 months ahead of time. Now, for those of you who like the boondock, this is really hard, because this is how I at first, years ago, I didn't boondock a lot, because I was a teacher for 35 years, so I like to plan everything. That's kind of the way I was. And the reason is because a lot of campgrounds will start to fill up. If you wait 3 months ahead, if you wait and book your reservation for your campground like a month out, you're probably not going to be able to get your campground. A lot of popular places that people want to go, Yosemite, Yellowstone, Grand Canyon, all of those kind of places that people like to travel to, are going to book up 6 months out. So if you want to go to the Grand Canyon, or you want to go to Yellowstone, start booking your campground 6 months ahead of time. That's why I say that's part of your planning. Number 4, take a map. I use my pad or Google Maps for myself, or if you have one of those Rand McNally travel books, whatever map you have, sit down with your map and where your starting location is and where you want to go, and you plan your route. So like we live in Phoenix, so if I wanted to go to Yellowstone, I'm going to plan my route from Phoenix, how many miles I want to travel each day, and so on. I keep my daily trips to 350 miles, and I'll get to that more in just a second. So use a map to plan the route to where you want to go. That's an important thing to have. Get a map, because using your Google map or using a map, you can plan where you want to camp, how many miles you're going to go each day. You're going to plan things like your gas stops, grocery stops, and those kind of things. So that's important, using a map, getting a map, and planning your route. Number 5, buy groceries and food at supermarkets to avoid eating out. Get your food at groceries, stores, and supermarkets. Avoid eating out as much as you can. Okay, once in a while to splurge and go someplace and have a nice dinner. There's nothing wrong with that. But if you want to save time, you will save a lot of money. If I travel from Phoenix to Flagstaff, I'm going to stop in Flagstaff and get groceries. Make sure I have everything topped off so that when I get to my destination for my first night, second night, third night, I've got a refrigerator full of groceries, an ice chest full of drinks and ice and all that. That's all done, so that when I stop, I'm not going out to eat anywhere. You might even make a list with what you want to eat for each day, for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. And I know this sounds like a lot of planning, and it is a lot of planning, but it will save you a lot of money if you plan each day and you meal plan. Okay, for breakfast, we're going to have cereal. For breakfast, we'll have bacon and eggs, whatever it might be. But you plan your meals and you shop for the meal plan that you have. So next one, number 6, is Smart Shop for gas. There are a couple of great apps that I like to use for this. But you've got your Google map, and you're looking at your destinations and your route. Some people don't know this, but if you go to a city that you're traveling to on Google Maps and look for gas stations, the Google Maps will tell you the price of the gas at the gas station that you're thinking of stopping at. If you look at Google Maps ahead of time and click on like a Circle K or a Quick Trip or a gas station, AM, PM, whatever it is, on Google Maps, it'll give you the current price of gas at that station. If you're in a big RV, you might want to stop at truck stops like Love's or Pilot's or TA. And Google Maps will also tell you what their current price is for diesel or for gasoline, unleaded. Usually, sometimes they'll even have premium on there, the price for premium. But if you're looking for diesel, it'll also have the diesel price. So look on Google Maps for the prices. The other app that I like is Gas Buddy. That's a great one to have on your phone. Is load Gas Buddy up on your phone, then you type in the city you're going to go to, and you look for the cheapest gas along the freeway, so you're not making a long trip off the freeway. You don't want to stop in a town and travel 10 miles just to get gas somewhere and then get back to the freeway. You want to find stops that are close to the freeway so you can get off, get your gas, and go on down the road. Or you can stop at Costco stations. That's another thing that we did on our trip recently to California. I stopped at Costco and I used my Costco card. Or if you have fuel points and some other card that you use, one of those cards that give you rebates, use it. It'll save you money in the long run. Tip number 7, and this is the weird little tip I have. It's drive, rest, visit, rest, drive, rest, visit, rest, and then eventually home. And the reason I put that down here is because I like to do my first day of driving. And the first day of driving is usually my longest day. Maybe 400 miles at most. When we recently left from Phoenix and Glendale and went to California, we drove all day from here to California. And it was a 350-mile drive. That is a long drive when you're in an RV. Especially if you're pulling a trailer or something like that. And those of you who traveled and pulled RVs or in motorhomes and pulling trailers, you know what I mean. It's hard to explain. I've made many trips in cars, and I've gone 600 miles in a car on one day. I would never do that in my motorhome. I would never go 600 miles if I could avoid it. So don't plan long trips, because it's very tiring driving a motorhome. I don't know how else to explain it till you've actually done it and experienced it, and you'll know what I'm talking about. And then again, of course, you want to go with your plan of how many weeks you have and how many miles a day you want to travel. Don't plan long daily trips of 500 miles and then in other words, you don't want to go a trip of 500 miles, stop, spend the night, and then go another 500 miles, stop, spend the night, then go another 500 miles. You're going to be really tired after those 3 days of traveling for long distances. So stop and enjoy yourself, have some fun, because that's really what makes you live longer, is having the fun. Let's go to tip number 8. Once you've got everything planned, this kind of goes with what I just said, relax. Enjoy yourself. Enjoy the trip. There's an old saying that some of you might have heard before. It's not the destination, it's the journey. And so, if my destination is Yellowstone, I'm going to take my time getting from Phoenix to Yellowstone. And we did this trip. We did it a few years back. It was a month long. We started in Phoenix. We made our way up to Big Lake, and from Big Lake to Gallup. We went from Gallup, New Mexico, up to Colorado and stayed in Durango. And we actually spent a couple nights along the way and enjoyed it. When you get your map and you plan your route, and you find out where you're going to stop, that's when you start looking for campgrounds. Another thing that you can use is the America the Beautiful card. But you can go to the reservation system for national parks like Grand Canyon, Yellowstone, Yosemite, you name it, the Grand Tetons, any national park. If you have the America the Beautiful pass, you can get park reservations at half price. That's a great way to save some money on your park, staying on your campgrounds. So that's a great thing to have if you have that. Another way to save some money is using like AAA discounts or Allstate travel discounts. Any discounts that you can use for your campground fees is great. Thumbs up for those. So use all your discounts you can. So finally, I hope this gives you some ideas, because like I said, it's not the destination, it's the journey, having fun along the way, spending time with your friends and your family, enjoying the places that you've probably never been before. It's worth it. And it's worth it to plan ahead, and then you can save money while you're doing that. So I hope this helps you. When this video comes out, it'll be in October, November, and that's a great time to start planning for summer. 6 months from now will be May, right? April, May, June. So you want to start looking now. When this video comes out, you want to start thinking about next summer. where you want to go, planning those vacations ahead of time. And also, one last little thing. If something does come up, emergencies do sometimes in life, a lot of your campground reservations, you can cancel them and you get your money back. So just keep that in mind. If something comes up, an emergency, a family emergency, we've had it happen in the past where we had to cancel reservations. And so if that does happen, you can cancel them online and get your fee back. You might not get the fee back for the reservation fee, but you can get the campground fee back as long as you don't do it within like a couple of days. If you cancel them a month out or a couple weeks out, you'll be fine. So just keep that in mind in case of unexpected things come up. But once you get a plan, you can sit back and relax and just look forward to your vacation. So safe travels. Thank you for watching. Have a great day. Don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe. Catch you later, guys. Bye.